which is just like real life.
Mm-hmm.
You may not know all your values, but eventually you will. And it's okay to change and adapt and get rid of friends or partners that you no longer align with.
Exactly.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together make Kovray, a couple that loves to play board games.
And today we're here to tell you about our favorite plays from the month of October.
5 of them.
Now, today was our first day of snow.
It was, yeah.
We frolicked in the field with the dogs, but then my nose got cold.
Well, and the dogs got tired, which takes a long time because they're Australian Shepherds.
I like to stand in the spot and dance while I throw the frisbee.
Yeah.
That's fun. But back to the board games. October was a pretty good month for us.
I think that's appropriate because it's heading into like fall season, so it's like more cozy, and we tend to get in more games during those months.
And more soups. I feel like we've made like 6 soups now.
We need to find a good hearty soup.
We haven't found a good hearty soup?
I feel like our potato soup is our go-to, but there's got to be another one.
We made a really nice vegetable soup, which
We're
was
getting distracted, though.
We are getting distracted. We are here with board game stats, not soup stats.
Exactly.
If you want soup stats, let us know in the comments down below, and maybe we'll talk soups to you. Or in our Discord, which you can check out in the description.
Yeah, that.
Now, for our stats of the month of October, we have played 76 different plays.
Nice.
43 different games.
That's a lot of different games.
And 24 of those games were new to us.
Nice.
Which I think is a healthy ratio.
Yeah, I guess.
Because we like playing new games. Well, I like playing new games. But Tyler likes playing games we played before. So it's kind of half and half.
Yeah, yeah.
And if we play new games, you can tell you about them, and then you can get excited with us.
That's super true.
Now, out of those games, we have played 44 hours of board games.
Yeah,
that's almost 2 days of the entire month.
That is.
And we played with 25 different players. Or 23, because 2 of them are us.
Yes.
Which means we hit a new milestone, which is 106 different players in the
104.
104, because 2 of them are us.
Yes.
Different players in the year of 2025.
That's a lot of gaming.
A lot of those were conventions, but we are very lucky to have fortunate gaming buddies and friends and peoples of all sorts.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, we do have an annual goal this year, which is
365 different games.
We wanted to diversify it, which means basically we have to play a different game every single day on average.
Yes, basically. Yeah.
And how are we doing in that goal so far?
302.
Correct. Which means we have 63 more games to go, but a little less than 63 days in the year.
Yeah, but like we have some plans this month already to have some pretty big game days. But the tricky part here is that it's different games.
It is.
So we can't go playing games we've played this year, but it does include new to us games and games that we haven't or that we own but haven't played this year yet.
In 2025, yeah. Which is really tough because sometimes we play a game and we think it's so good.
So we want to play it again.
We want to play it again and show it to a bunch of different people. So we have to kind of balance that with some newness and some of the oldness that we haven't played in a while as well.
It's also hard for me to do that because I want, like, learning games is not easy.
It is when you have an amazing teacher.
Especially when you have to learn a lot of new games. I will say we're fortunate enough to play enough games that we kind of like can ease ourselves into a lot of different strategies, but it does come with a cost in the sense that I've caught myself a couple times overthinking or maybe rushing through a teach without considering the people we're playing with.
We'll have to think of a new goal for 2026. So if you have one in mind that can help us, let us know.
Yeah.
But with all that said, we are ready now to tell you about some of our favorite games from October.
Exactly.
And this month, I have no honorable mentions.
There should be no honorable mentions. Come on.
I feel like I am
You know what, actually? If you were going to have honorable mentions, it should have been this month because we played that many games.
It's true, but I thought it'd be really nice to you.
Oh, how considerate.
And not have any honorable mentions.
Thank you.
But in the month of November, I'll make sure to bring at least a couple.
Or just none.
We'll see. We'll see what the month of November has in store. But without further ado, let's jump into our number 5. Now, for my number 5, I have Stereo Mind.
Nice.
I was very pleasantly surprised by this game.
Well, clearly, it's in your top
5. I
five.
really, really enjoyed it. We played it numerous times with different people. But the whole premise is there's a card in the middle of the table that has either symbols or words that range from 1 to 5. Then you're going to play a song by scanning a QR code. There's a random playlist of a bunch of different songs that last 20, 30 seconds. You'll play it, and then at the same time, you're trying to choose the exact same words as the other players without looking at what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you're all trying to feel the vibe and make sure the vibe is set for the table. There's also a little mute button that you can pass around to mute one of the players in case they mess up. So a little bit of teamwork mitigation.
Or you think they're going to mess up. It's not, you can never know.
You can never know if you think they're going to mess up. But it's fun because it's so abstract, and it's another way of kind of taking a look at something and experiencing it and talking about it. And it just felt extremely unique.
Yeah, it's like a word picture association game, but with music. And then you add in this wavelength of you need to be on the same page as everybody. And that's kind of the entire goal of the game.
And sometimes it's very obvious.
Yeah, sometimes it's not so obvious, though.
No, it's not. The best score we got is 4. You only played for 7 cards.
Yes. Yeah.
So we did pretty good.
But 7, that would be great. Wow.
That would be great. We'll have to keep playing and see if we can reach it. But we still haven't got the perfect score in just 1.
That's true.
So still have room to improve. And that's my number 5.
My number 5 is a game that we've talked about before on this channel, but I was able to play it again this month, and it's called Fea's Swamp.
I didn't get to play it.
Yeah. So I imagine, well, I don't know, maybe it would have been on your list if you had played it.
It definitely would have been on my list.
But this game is a lot of fun. It's from the designers of Terra Mystica, and basically what you're going to be doing is you'll be taking the role of one of the swamp factions, and your job is to kind of go around this swamp, create islands, help build off the islands, fish, and celebrate.
Throw a party.
Celebrate yourself and everybody else that is around you, because that is how you will generate money and also generate points. It is a quite strategic game that feels almost like an area control type situation, but it is resource management. And when you start off the game, you've got this board with a bunch of tiles on it. As you start to remove those and build them onto the main board, you unlock more and more things that will either impact you immediately, impact when you take certain actions or income, and will get you extra workers and ships, which do a variety of different things. Overall, this game is absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed it quite a lot, and we have yet to play it on the asymmetrical side, so that will be the next thing we go to.
I think, too, you're forgetting to mention that the game that you played this month was extremely close, which made it really fun.
Oh yeah, the game was pretty close.
Because we had a game day and somebody came up and they're like, ooh, Tyler had a really good teach, but he's not doing so hot.
Yeah.
And they all were super, super, super close on their scores, so the game turned out to be really, really fun.
Yeah. I was trying something different with the whole strategy, and it ended up paying off, but it did feel a little defeating at the start and midway through because I wasn't able to score a lot of points, and I was basically capitalizing on my end game engine and the end game scoring.
You swamped everybody.
Ha ha ha! That is my number 5.
Great number 5. So my number 4 is Tyler and Tyler.
Higher. Combine the sentence.
It's higher on Tyler's list. So we're going to talk about it when we reach it then. But in the meantime, Tyler's number 4 is
this game called Adulthood. Now, we played it with the expansion, and it's called Pet Projects, I believe. But basically, it adds this element of pets, and there's a couple new mechanics that'll score you more points, along with some extra cards that just speak with those basic mechanics anyways.
Animals.
Yeah, the fun thing about
veterinarians.
Exactly. I think I'm a little biased because I do really like the pet expansion. I think it adds this like layer of hidden scoring that people can like guess by looking at your board, but they never actually know until the very end how much you are going to score on it. And I was able to use a lot of the pet things that had come up during the game to really launch myself into this into the victory that I had, and it felt really, really cool.
The victory that I had. It's all because you had a rat that you forgot to feed.
Well, no,
and then you
I
fed
did
it plentiful.
Exactly. And then I had a dog and a horse, and that was a lot of fun. I was also a vet, so it all kind of worked together. Coincidentally, I was able to get through these cards. But the fun thing about this game is basically you're trying to balance your impact and your happiness. And the way you do that is through playing a variety of cards, using the time and energy that you have to spare, while also just trying to, you know, provide that excitement in your life. The one thing I'll say about this game is it is really interesting to start playing the cards out because naturally I found that while we're playing this game is people will start to make a story about like what's happening with the person in front of them, and like maybe who they're dating, maybe that they know it's not going to last very long. They're really, really hoping that they can get a promotion. And then some of the life events really throw you for a turn as well. All of a sudden you're immediately married, or you've lost your job, or you're forced into these certain situations. And it can be both good or bad. So you have to kind of play to that, and you know when they're going to happen, but you just don't know what they're going to be.
I think one of the best parts of this game is honestly the values. Because some of the values you know, and you kind of follow your values as you do various things on the board. But some of the values you discover throughout the game, which is just like real life. You may not know all your values, but eventually you will. And it's okay to change and adapt and get rid of friends or partners that you no longer align with.
Exactly. And that's kind of what this game sets you up to do. It does really kind of, I think, capture a good essence of adulting, while also offering some humor, yet some strategy to the game.
Pleasantry.
There you go. Adulthood, my number 4.
So my number 3
is also my number 3.
Which is?
This cute little game called Gloomies.
Gloomies is so fun to say.
It is, and they're adorable little creatures.
Little helpers.
Yeah.
Just little gloomies.
This game is a lot of fun though. It's basically 2 mini games in one, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, there's 2 phases that this game goes through. One of the phases is you're going to be playing cards on your board to plant flowers in the main board. And in the second phase, you're going to take all those cards, make a deck with them, and then draw them and play them to harvest the flowers, to fulfill goals, or to get points from them.
Yes.
It's a simple set collection, but the way the game just flows is just incredible. It's super easy to follow, it's fun to follow along, and the presentation is just, Yes. I played this game without Tyler first, and I was like, Tyler, I know you're sleeping, but wake up. We have to play this game. He did not wake up to play this game, but we played it the day after.
True, we did. And I clearly liked it because it's in my top 5 this month. It's my number 3.
And my number 3. It's our number 3.
Our number 3. This is the first time in a while that we've had like a
true
crossover that is the exact same rank. So that's fun. But I will say that I really do appreciate that it does feed the starting game feeds into the next game. But it was like a little interesting to wrap my head around, because the way that you're playing out your cards and then taking new ones to build your deck during the first round was very I don't know the right way to say it, but it felt like you could try and plan ahead for it. But at the end of it, it really did, when you started the second round, it really did depend on how you drew the cards and the sequence at which they came up, and how the board was presenting itself, because you can only end up taking from that one column.
True.
And that really like tosses, or row, or however, I guess, whatever way it's oriented. And then you end up kind of not messing with yourself, but not being able to optimally do something because of the blocks that are happening, or maybe somebody else took the ones that you were planning on taking. There's a lot going on.
Or even like the limitations of your actions, which is why you need little helpers.
You do, yes.
The more little helpers you have, the better. Especially if you save them.
I think they're better in the second round.
In the second round. So that's our strategy hot tip.
I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right, because when we save them, it's better. Yeah. And if you're losing, I was so confident one of the games, I was crushing in the first section, got demolished in the second. So
yeah,
it's never over in the game of Gloomies.
Drawing is also always a strong mechanic. So I guess, yeah, you're probably right. And then there's also a lot of ways to score. So it's not necessarily that will like be the end all be all, but there's a lot of different ways you can go, and you kind of can adapt your strategy based on that.
Have a magical time with Gloomies.
Yeah. That is Gloomies.
Now my number 2 is Cascadia Alpine Lakes.
Nice.
Now you didn't get to play this one this month.
I did not.
Because you were playing Faya Swamp. And I've actually got to play this game numerous times at numerous player counts, which has been really fun, because it's been similar to rediscovering Cascadia.
Yes.
But the strategy is completely flipped on its head, because now you have double hexes for tiles. Now there's elevation to plan for, because all of a sudden you place a tile higher, but you no longer have a spot to place your wildlife token.
Yes.
That's something to think about. And the scoring cards are now habitats instead of wildlife. So with all those changes, it definitely flips the game on its head. And it's been so fun to dive into each of the puzzles that this game offers.
Yeah.
Because every time you're just trying to optimize, you're trying to make the best possible thing happen. Does it always happen? No. But do you get pretty close? Yes, and a wonderful time is always had.
Yeah, I will say it definitely fits in the Cascadia realm of games. It is a different game than Cascadia, though, so you can expect that variety, but it's also just reminiscent of playing Cascadia. It almost feels like I don't want to say a level up, but it does feel a little bit more spatially aware. Like you've got to be more spatially aware of what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. And fun fact, or sad fact.
Sad. Fun fact.
Fun fact that's a little bit sad. I always thought that this little cute mouse was named Pika because Pikachu's based on it.
Yeah.
But in fact, it is named Pika.
Well,
it's not named. It's not, that is the animal.
Yes.
But it makes me sad because I wish it was a Pika.
A Pika, yeah. Huh.
I'm gonna still call it a Pika.
I mean, Pikachu is a different thing, so this can be a Pika.
But what if I encounter one of these cute little things in the wild?
Chase after it.
How do I call to it?
You can try and catch it with a Pokeball.
No, I would never catch something in the wild region of Cascadia. I would respect the nature.
Oh.
And I would call out to it. I'd be like, Pika.
Pika.
No, I would say Pika.
Yeah.
And then we dance around the river.
It would just be running away.
No. Well, that is Cascadia Alpine Lakes.
My number 2 is a classic that we got to come back to, and I play this one often on BGA, but we got it to the table, and that's A Feast for Odin. This is probably a game that I would definitely put in my top 10 of all time.
Wow.
I think I really, really like this game.
You think or you know?
I know I really, really like this game. But it's a worker placement polyomino-esque game where you starting with like a lot of negative points and your goal is to like mitigate all of that while growing your colony and feeding them and also exploring and also raising animals. And there's a lot of different actions that you can take during this game.
That is fact.
I really do like also the sequencing of the actions. So like there's a column for 1 worker, 2 worker, 3 worker, 4 worker. And depending on the actions that you want to take, you have to spend the corresponding workers. But often the 4 worker things are stronger than the ones, of course. So you've kind of got to manage your turns that way to sort of optimize what you are doing. I would not dismiss in this game particularly, I can't remember what it's called, but like docking your ships, essentially. Being able to flip them back over, that is like super strong.
Lots
it gives
of points.
you a lot more points, and it fills up that feast space so you don't have to worry about it, and you can focus on other things. There's just so much I like about this game. And we don't have the expansion. I played with the expansion. I like the expansion too because of the introduction of the new animals. But this one by itself is pretty fantastic, and I know we'll get the expansion eventually.
I need to play the expansion because I have it.
It's good.
I also really, really like this game, and it was on your list, so I decided to not put it on mine.
Oh.
But I will say that I really enjoy it, and we are also playing it tomorrow. Which means it may make it into my November list.
Oh, you're planning ahead.
So you may hear me talk. Well, I don't know. November might be a good month for gaming.
November is going to be a good month for gaming.
But this game is legendary, and if you have not played it, I would highly encourage you to try some.
Exactly. Feast for Odin.
Now, my number 1 game of October is Moon Colony Bloodbath.
Nice.
Now, in this game, you're building a moon colony. And it's a bloodbath because your people will die.
Yeah.
That is the game. Now, it is a shared deck building game.
Yes. Where
you will be contributing cards into a shared deck, which when cards are flipped, you will have to independently decide what actions to take. Sometimes you'll have to do, every player will have to do the same action. Or you'll have to choose on your little board which of the actions you want to do. Now, your goal in this game is to build a variety of buildings and make sure you sustain your population for as long as possible. Because the robots are going to have an uprising. Freak accidents are going to happen. There's going to be malfunctions. And people will be sacrificed in order for the survival of your colony.
Yes.
And as soon as one colony goes
bye,
then the player with the most people wins.
Yes.
And so basically it's the survival of the fittest.
It really, really is.
And it's really fun because you have that shared deck and you know the cards that are coming out. You can contribute cards to that deck. Sometimes they'll only benefit you. Sometimes they'll benefit everybody else. But it is really fun to see this game come to life and for that deck to grow and for more things to happen. I also really like the style, the graphic design in this game.
Yeah.
It feels very retro.
It is.
Like 80s vibes.
When you did show me this game and you're like, this is a new game, I was like,
Is
is
it?
it? Yeah. But I mean that in like the best way possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is I feel this is a bold number 1 because we've only played it at 2.
Yeah.
And I've been really dying to play it at 3 or 4. We just have not had the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I think I brought it at every occasion we've had, but we just have not got to it.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to share it with more people. So who knows? Maybe it'll make another reappearance on my November list.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the thing for me about this game, because I considered putting it in my top, but the reason why I didn't is because of the learning curve, I think, that occurs. Obviously, you can kind of like understand what you need to prioritize. You always have to have population, but throughout the game, the deck will throw you wild cards, it feels like, or they'll come up at a inconvenient time for your play at the moment, and that can really throw a wrench into your plans. But that being said, I think that you have to have those expectations of you'll play this once and you'll need to play it again to learn and grow and get better at the game, because you're not likely to make it all the way through, and that's totally fine. That's the intention of this game. It is a survival. You want to survive the longest, and that's what matters.
And that is Moon Colony Bloodbath.
All right, my number 1 is Ilya's number 4, and I'm actually kind of surprised at this one, but it is very good. And it's this game called A Carnivore Did It.
Who did it?
A carnivore! Well, most likely. Depends on the scenario you play.
Oh.
This is an amazing game because it comes with over 2,000 different cases.
That's right.
All in varying difficulty.
2,000.
Yeah. So you're probably wondering like what this game is, and I'll tell you that it's simply a co-op logic puzzle where you're trying to deduce who the culprit is based on the scenario that you're given. That means a certain number of suspects will be laid out, they'll have statements that they are saying, and you'll be given the number of lies that exist, which therefore tells you the number of truths that exist, and you'll have to figure out the single solution that is there.
Which is how many culprits. Sometimes it's one, or sometimes it's many.
If you get farther along, there are more culprits. But the nice thing about this game is it feels like it should already exist.
Yeah.
And there are definitely games out there that give the similar vibe, like even Search for Planet X or Turing Machine come to mind. But this is a co-op game, simply just done with cards, and you play it out, and you can kind of race with everybody there, or have standout moments where you're like, oh, I think I figured it out, and you can walk through with it with everybody, or you can just do it solo. You can put the cards out, you can leave it there. If you're a little stumped, you can walk away from it and come back to it. And I think that shows a lot of variety in the game, while also staying like super simple and offering a lot of complexity at the same time.
Why don't you try out a game? We'll put it on the screen here. You can pause while you solve it. And once you unpause, which is now, we will tell you the answer. And it is...
There you go.
That's the game.
Did you get it?
Hopefully you did.
Did you get it?
Because maybe I'll throw in a more complex one at the end of this video.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you'll figure it out. Now, the reason I like this game is, firstly, the art style is just great. Second of all, there's 2,000 cases in this game.
It's a lot in the game.
There could have been 200 and it would have been fine. There could have been 100 and it would have been fine. So this game knocks it out of the park in terms of replayability and just the scaling of complexity. Because once you get into those harder missions, I remember there were 6 of us at one point and we kind of played it at the end to close out the round. Or to close out the game night. Yeah. And all of us were kind of looking around, and it was fun to do this together because all of a sudden we look at one person and be like, they can't be telling the truth. Because if they're telling the truth, these other 3 people would have to be lying, and there's not 3 lies. So it's piecing together a little piece of information, you genuinely feel like detectives by the end of it all.
Yes.
But in the beginning sense, it's a really fun, quick puzzle you can kind of jump into. So the range in the puzzles and the complexity is just fantastic, and it's a game that I can see us pulling out very often during game night.
Yes.
To either start off the game night, end it off, or just have as a casual table game.
Yeah.
That you can just play from time to time. Yeah. It's fantastic.
And that is A Carnivore Did It.
What a great round of games in October.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll top it in November?
I don't know. We play a lot of games, so We'll see.
We'll find out. Now, for our question of the day today,
Seems pretty obvious.
it is, what game did you enjoy most in October? Or what top 5 games did you have in October?
Give us a list.
Or what top 5 games are you looking to play in November?
Uh-huh.
Tell us about your gaming habits, your friends, your environment,
Oh my
the
gosh.
snacks that you eat.
The paragraphs.
We want to hear about... I love when there's a paragraph.
I do find it very fun.
It makes me
when
so
somebody-
happy.
Yeah.
And then I try to write a paragraph back and we just have paragraph offs. So don't start too many paragraph offs because that's a lot of paragraphs. But we also did a trick-taking month about a month ago. And we did many giveaways. And today we're going to announce all the giveaway winners. Thank you so much to everybody who has entered. We had to extend it a little bit. And now we're ready for the giveaway winners.
Just a giant list, right?
Now, I'm going to announce the game, and Tyler is going to dramatically point to who wins.
Well,
Maybe not squeaking your chair. Ready?
yeah, sure.
We have Fishing,
Boom!
Seas of Strife,
Huh!
Movie Tricks, Fuego, No Loose Ends, 3 Chapters, 3 Chapters 2. Just to clarify, that's not 3 Chapters, the sequel. It's the second copy of 3 Chapters. The Crew Deep Sea, Inside Job, Brian Boru,
This person.
Fives,
That person.
Fives,
Amazing.
and now a whole set of the Magenta games.
Person.
Oh, Cat in the Box,
This person.
Rebel Princess,
That person.
Arcs,
Oh.
Sail and Pray,
Boom.
Lunar and Ghost of Christmas,
This person.
Fellowship of the Ring,
Do-do-do-do.
Fellowship of the Ring again,
Do-do-do.
and a third copy of Fellowship of the Ring.
Do-do-do.
That's a lot of Fellowship of the Ring.
That is.
And that is all the giveaways. Thank you so much to every single person that have entered our giveaways and helped partake in the trick-taking month of September.
Mm-hmm.
If you have ideas for the next month we can do next year, let us know.
Oh my goodness.
So many months.
There are.
Now, to end it off, next week is our 5-year anniversary
It is.
of
Holy
Kovray.
moly.
We've been doing Kovray for 5 years. What are we going to do to celebrate?
I don't know yet.
It's a secret. He knows. He just won't tell you.
Correct.
And if you enjoyed this video,
Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here, because we love talking about board games.
oh, and hit that little bell.
Yeah, of course.
Because we can't forget about the little bell. It tells you when we release new videos, such as the exciting announcement of our 5-year anniversary.
Yes, exactly.
Now, thank you so much for watching.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.